For my people who are watching Beyond the Gates, we are getting back into our granny era, okay? Back with the soap operas because I have not watched a soap opera in so long. Probably the last time I watched one, I was probably in my 20s and I'm in my 40s, okay? So it's been a while. So, in the latest news, Mr. Fine Man himself, Keith D. Robinson, and don't forget that D, will be joining the cast. And if you don't know who Keith D. Robinson is, let me refresh your memory.
Cece, what's going on? Laurel, what's going on?
Effie, Curtis was supposed to.
Love me. Curtis was supposed to love me.
It's just I haven't been feeling that well. Effie. Okay, anyway. Mr. Keith D. Robinson is joining the cast, but he is recasting as another cast member. So he's taking over for Dr. Ted Richardson, which I can't wait to see how they do this because I always like to see how they transition people who like is he gonna have an accident and then he had a whole new face and like, oh, you don't look like yourself. You know how sometimes they put a little something there to make you laugh because you know this ain't the right person. But that's gonna happen in May of this year, so we have time to see how this is gonna play off. Okay, but if you don't know who Dr. Richardson is, let me show you. He's a very nice looking young man, 46 years old. Okay, okay. So maybe he has another gig that he cannot continue with the show. Who knows what's happening? But yeah, so this is Dr. Ted Richardson. Mr. Johnson, how you doing? But he plays a really sweet doctor, very nice. His daughter is supposed to be this girl who's working now with his wife. And then this other lady who is her mama or adopted mama or something used to date him and she mad because he don't want to. It's go watch the show. It's a mess. For my people who did not know, Beyond the Gates is the first 1 hour daytime black soap opera and the first daytime drama to premiere since 1999, since Passions. Now, let me tell you something. I did watch Passions. I remember when I was working at the Atlanta airport, okay? Co-workers were like, girl, what time is it? Let's take our lunch break and go watch Passions on my lunch break. Yes, ma'am. That show was something that show was crazy, but I watched it because I was like, how can it get crazier? And it always did. So anyway, make sure y'all check out Beyond the Gates. Let me know how you feel about this new recasting of just swapping out a fine man after another fine man. But we know he can act, so I'm here for it. But let me know in the comments. All right, y'all.
Got a response. Maurice complained about being portrayed as a negative stereotype of a black man on the show, the husband who cheated on his wife and had a child in the process, and the writers decided to recast him.
So I did a little more digging and I found this from Sandra Rose, and she said he was fired, according to Deadline. Okay, so that's why he's being replaced. Mr. Johnson is very active on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in a while, so or X, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna call it Twitter, but he's been very loyal. He is nicknamed Turtleneck Ted, so that's what the fans call him. Which he do be rocking turtlenecks a lot, but they're based in DC, even though it's taped in Atlanta. Again, Atlanta, if y'all need more production people, I am available. Anyway, but CBS, holla at your girl. But but yes, so Turtleneck Ted is very active. So if you're on Twitter, go follow him, okay? So speculations is that he and Daphne, is that how you say her name, don't get along on set. Others say he was fired because of his acting skills were lacking. These two right here been in the game for a minute. So the acting skills has to be on par, but also it's a soap opera. Let me know what y'all think about this. I really don't know what's going on, but I am curious. But That ain't my business. So I'm still gonna watch the show no matter what. Okay.
Let me tell y'all something. Miss Linda, I love it for you because I've been watching soap operas since my granny made me learn how to use a VHS player. And the only other TV was in my room, okay? She would watch her stories on the front TV. And then in my room, I had to set it up to automatic record at 1 o'clock when One Life to Live. Was it One Life? No, was it no, One Life to Live? And then what came on after that? Anyway, she had to watch Young and the Restless. And then was it Guiding Light? And then she would switch to Santa Barbara because I think that came on later. And we were in the age of computers coming up, typing went out the door. Okay, VHSs were there. So the only VHS was in my room, and I had to learn how to use it. You had to read instructions, okay? Back in the day, you had to read because all this stuff was new. Now you could just hook it up and plug in two things and you done, okay? But I love that now I don't have to catch, because back then you had to catch it. You had to catch them soap operas live because if you missed it, you'd be like, I don't know what happened. I mean, you can catch back up. It took me a day or two, like, oh, okay, it ain't that long. So it's been like 2 days and the baby was born. Now she 8. Got it. Cause you know when them babies I get like 1 or 2, then they go off for a summer and they come back and they like 12 or 18. Soap opera time, okay? Cause soap opera time is different from regular time, okay? Peep that. Because them children be going off to boarding school and be coming back grown. You be like, who is this? Who is you? But I am loving the new era of soap operas. I'm here for it. And yes, let's continue to watch, y'all.